Katie fainted at work. The doctor delivered the sad news. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, a creative story. The morning sun streamed through the tall glass windows of Forrester Creations, bathing the design floor in golden light. To anyone passing by, it looked like another glamorous day in the world of fashion. Models gliding across the room, assistants rushing with garment bags, designers debating fabrics and cuts. But for Katie Logan, that morning felt heavier than usual, as if the weight of the world pressed down on her chest. She stood near the conference table, reviewing paperwork for the upcoming Hope for the Future charity event. Her brow furrowed slightly as she scanned the numbers. Everything looked fine, perfect, even, yet something inside her felt off. A wave of dizziness washed over her. Katie blinked, steadying herself by gripping the edge of the table. She inhaled deeply, hoping it was just fatigue. She hadn't slept well the night before. Her thoughts had been tangled. Will's future, her complicated history with Bill, and that persistent tightness in her chest she'd been trying to ignore for weeks. "Get it together, Katie," she whispered to herself. Across the room, Donna Logan was laughing with Eric Forrester, showing him sketches for a new lingerie line. Brooke Logan stood nearby, radiant as ever, discussing fabrics with Ridge. Everything felt normal. Too normal. Katie took a step forward. And suddenly, the room tilted. The voices around her blurred. The floor seemed to rush upward. "Katie," someone shouted. Then darkness. The sound of panic filled the room as Katie collapsed onto the polished floor. Papers scattered everywhere. Brooke gasped, her face draining of color. "Oh my God, Katie." Ridge rushed forward, kneeling beside her. Donna screamed her sister's name as Eric barked orders for someone to call 911. The glamorous hum of Forrester Creations was replaced with chaos. "Katie, can you hear me?" Brooke cried, cradling her sister's head. Katie's eyes fluttered open briefly, unfocused and glassy. She tried to speak, but the words wouldn't come. Her chest felt tight, so tight it hurt to breathe. I can't," she murmured before losing consciousness again. Donna sobbed openly now. "This can't be happening. She was fine this morning." Brooke's hands trembled as she held Katie. A terrible fear gripped her heart, one she knew all too well. This felt familiar. Too familiar. The ambulance arrived within minutes, its siren echoing through Los Angeles. Katie was rushed out on a stretcher, oxygen mask pressed to her face. Brooke, Donna, and Ridge followed close behind, their expressions a mix of terror and disbelief. As the ambulance doors slammed shut, Donna clasped her hands together, praying silently. "Please," she whispered. "Not again." At the hospital, doctors and nurses swarmed Katie, rushing her into the ER. Brooke and Donna were left standing in the hallway, helpless. Brooke paced back and forth, her heels clicking sharply against the tile. "She didn't say anything to me," she muttered. "She didn't tell me she wasn't feeling well." Donna shook her head through tears. "Katie always does this. She puts everyone else first. She never wants to worry anyone." Ridge placed a steadying hand on Brooke's shoulder. "She's strong. She's beaten worse." But even as he said it, doubt flickered in his eyes. Across town, Bill Spencer was in his office at Spencer Publications, reviewing contracts when his phone rang. He frowned when he saw Donna's name on the screen. "Donna? What's wrong?" Her voice was broken. "Bill, it's Katie. She collapsed at Forrester. She fainted. She's at the hospital." Bill's world stopped. "What?" He was already on his feet, heart pounding. "I'm on my way." He didn't wait for another word. Memories flooded his mind. Katie's heart transplant, the countless times he'd almost lost her, the guilt he still carried. Not Katie. Not again. Hours passed in agonizing silence. Katie lay unconscious, monitors beeping steadily as doctors ran tests. Brooke and Donna sat side by side in the waiting room, clinging to each other. Ridge stood nearby, arms crossed, jaw tight. Bill arrived, breathless and pale. "Where is she?" he demanded. Donna stood and hugged him tightly, her sobs muffled against his chest. "They are still running tests." Bill closed his eyes, fear crushing over him. "I should have known. She's been under so much stress." Brooke watched him carefully. Despite everything, despite their past, Bill's love for Katie was undeniable. And terrifying. When Katie finally stirred, it felt like she was surfacing from deep water. Her eyes fluttered open, blinking against the bright lights. "Where am I?" she whispered. "You're in the hospital," Brooke said quickly, rushing to her side. You scared us. Katie swallowed, her throat dry. I fainted, didn't I? Donna nodded, tears spilling over. Yes. And you're not getting out of this bed until the doctors say so. Katie tried to smile but winced as a sharp pain shot through her chest. Bill stepped forward, his voice uncharacteristically soft. You're going to be okay. She met his gaze, searching his face. You look scared. Because I am, he admitted. Katie looked away, her expression troubled. Later that afternoon, Dr. Alvarez, Katie's cardiologist, entered the room with a grave expression. Brooke, Donna, Bill, and Ridge all stood instinctively. Ms. Logan, the doctor said gently, we've reviewed your test results. Katie's heart raced. She knew that look. There's been some deterioration, Dr. Alvarez continued. Your heart is under significant strain. The room fell silent. Brooke's breath caught. Donna's knees nearly gave out. What does that mean? Katie asked quietly. It means your body is beginning to reject the transplant, the doctor said carefully. It's not acute yet, but it is serious. The words hit like a bomb. No, Donna whispered. No, no, no. Bill's face hardened. What are the options? We can adjust medications, Dr. Alvarez replied. But I won't sugarcoat this. If the rejection progresses, Katie may need another transplant. Katie stared at the ceiling, numb. Another transplant. Another fight for her life. How long do I have? She asked softly. Dr. Alvarez hesitated. Weeks, maybe months. We caught it early, but time is critical. Brooke broke down completely, sobbing into Donna's shoulder. Bill clenched his fists, rage and fear battling inside him. We'll do whatever it takes, he said. Money, resources, anything. The doctor nodded. Rest is essential. Stress could accelerate the damage. Katie let out a bitter laugh. Stress is kind of my life. After the doctor left, the room was heavy with emotion. Katie finally spoke. I don't want Will to see me like this. Brooke shook her head fiercely. We're not hiding this from him. I just want him to have a normal life, Katie whispered. Not another hospital bed, not another goodbye. Bill stepped closer. You're not saying goodbye. She looked at him, eyes glistening. You don't know that. The truth hung between them, raw and painful. Despite Katie's wishes, Will Spencer arrived later that evening, having overheard whispers and phone calls. His face was pale, his eyes wide with fear. Mom, he said softly. Katie's heart shattered at the sight of him. Oh, Will, she said, reaching for his hand. Are you dying? He asked bluntly. Donna gasped. Brooke closed her eyes. Katie forced herself to be honest, but gentle. I'm sick, but I'm fighting. Will nodded, tears slipping down his cheeks. You always do. Bill watched the scene, his resolve hardening. He would not lose her. That night, Brooke and Donna stood outside Katie's room. We can't let her go through this alone, Donna said. Not again. Brooke nodded. We'll be here every step, no matter what. But deep down, Brooke was terrified. She'd buried too many loved ones already. Late at night, when everyone else had gone, Katie stared out the window, city lights twinkling like distant stars. She placed a hand over her chest, feeling the unsteady rhythm. She picked up her phone and typed a message, then deleted it. Instead, she whispered into the darkness, I'm not ready to die. Yet fear whispered back. As the sun rose over Los Angeles, the future remained uncertain. Will Katie's body accept the medication? Will another donor be found in time? Will Bill make a dangerous deal to save her? And will Katie finally allow herself to lean on the people who love her most?